Quite simply, and I'll give all praises, all glory, all honor to the mighty Yahweh, the creators of heaven and earth, to see and all there in them is. But quite simply, the Hamilton County Juvenile Court says if you don't pay for these expensive transcripts, let me show you how expensive they are. But if you don't pay for these expensive transcripts, let me go there first, then you will not get any justice. Now, right here, it says every page is $4.50. Now, there's too much technology out here. We got things that just hear your voice and type, but they're going to charge. And this right here was a little child support hearing. This shit wasn't even a half an hour. And they charged me damn near $300. Okay. And then when I say, and I object and I say, listen, they were doing all types of dirt. They were talking crap to me. They were downplaying me. They were treating me dirty. And if anybody was to see this thing, let me show you all this. I even asked right here, it said, Father, motion for video transcript is denied. I asked for the camera footage. They denied the camera footage. But guess what? They say, if you don't buy that expensive transcript, we can't even consider justice. It's not like they're going to actually give me justice in that court. But they say they couldn't even consider justice. Let's read how evil that is. We read right here. Listed within a document, admit. Let me get up closer. Admit to the guilt of tort and the breaching of contract against claimant under fictional falsity, a cloak to disguise the collateral undertaken in malicious vexation by legal process to claim its pain and injury. And that's what they're doing. But let's go further. The U.S. Supreme Court has ruled that natural individual entitled to relief is entitled to free access to its judicial tribunals and public offices in the State of the Union. We got free access. Plaintiffs should not be charged fees or costs for lawful and constitutional right to petition this court in a matter which is entitled relief. Okay, so I shouldn't have to give you money for you to do the right thing. Okay, so it's talking about the filing fee, which is it's talking about the filing fee, but it's talking about anything where the court would say, listen, we can't give you justice until you give us money. All right, the filing fee was ruled implemented for fictions and subject to government. So this right here is talking about when they tell you, you know what, in order to get custody, you got to give us $150 filing fee over there. Juvenile. They're lying. They are trying to stop you from justice. You don't need to do that. If you have a right to have your baby and they're denying you, you can go to court for free. You don't have to be rich. You don't even have to have the $100 they want you to have. And it shouldn't be applied to the plaintiff right here. What we seeing here. The fee is a statutory creature moving within the fictional falsity as if it was presumed to be standing as that obligation. Okay. So that's what's going on here. All right. So that's what we have. We have these people. But let me show y'all. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's move out a little bit. Said father has failed to order the necessary transcript and failed to appear in oral arguments. Let me show you. I'm going to also show you how they were such liars that they did something they never did in their history. They did to me. The Hamilton County Juvenile Court. First, let me show you. Let me show you this real quick before I get into it. Okay, let me see. Right here, March 5th, right? They said I need to see a magistrate, David Kelly. But at the same time, on March 5th, they wanted me to see Miss Melissa Powers, the judge. But they told me to see the judge first, and then they switched it up and said see him. But then they really meant I was supposed to see both of them. But have you ever in the history of any court seen a magistrate and a judge on the same case on the same day? Have you ever seen a magistrate and the elected judge, Melissa Powers, we voted for her ass. Have you ever seen, you see both the magistrate who's under the judge and the judge on the same exact day? Look at this right here. March 5th, 10:15. I was supposed to see the judge, but they sent me this in the mail saying, go see the magistrate because the judge didn't want to see me. So they say, go. They sent a magistrate and said, go see the magistrate to try to trick me. So I didn't make it to court till 1:15. And they told me, man, you were supposed to see the judge earlier that day. Huh? So they're talking about I failed to go to oral arguments. They're lying. They're lying. They tricked me away from the oral arguments. Right here, failed to see oral arguments right there. The transcript is required for the court to complete an independent review. So it said the transcript is required. You're required to have to pay all this money in order. See, let's read what it say. if transcripts are not timely filed, the court must accept the magistrate's findings fact to be true. If you don't pay this money, which is about $600 an hour, I was not in that court for more than a half an hour, and they're giving me $300. So I assume, and I got other ones like this too, I just didn't scrounge them up. I assume that they're saying that you have to pay $600 an hour or more, because remember, it's at 62 pages at $4.50, all right, per page. If you don't pay that, they have to see the transcript is not timely filed. The court must accept the magistrate finding is true. When an objecting party fails to timely file a transcript or affidavit with the objection, a trial court can adopt the magistrate finding without further consideration. They don't even have to think about what happened to you in that court. If you're not giving them that money, they don't even have to consider. I know if I gave them the money, it still was going to do me dirty anyway. You see what the kind of crap they're doing to me. The court was required to accept the magistrate finding as fact is true. If you do not give them that money, all right, the father not filed a transcript, but father failed to appear in the oral arguments. I showed you how they gave me 2 court dates on the same day to trick me into not seeing the judge, but seeing the magistrate, okay? They never did that in history. I would love for them to see how you ever see a magistrate and the judge on the same case, on the same day, less than 3 hours apart. It never happened in the history of anywhere. A magistrate was able to view the demeanor of the witnesses. So they just say that they see my black ass, my black, angry black man demeanor, and they said, fuck you. We're going to deny you justice. All right. That's what we're seeing right here. And like I said before, I tried to ask them, listen, they got a CD-ROM of the video recording. So this is me motioning for me to get the video. They said, well, it's entitled unclear the decision to object from. The father is requesting video recording for the various dates, most of which are hearings before the magistrate. However, one of the father's recording father requests is titled the father asked the appeal with the judge. And I put things around the judge powers. She don't like that. And so she said, fuck you. Yours is dismissed. You're not getting the video evidence of how you was trampled upon, how your rights were trampled. We can get video evidence of people getting shot in the street every day, millions of viewers. But when it comes down to the juvenile court and how they abuse fathers and make sure that there's no father in these kids' life, so they have no discipline. The father teaches them there's consequences. They have none of that in their life. So they end up back in the court. It's a cycle. They end up in jail because they have no father in their life. And that's what they want. That's what these magistrates and judges want. They want these kids to be fatherless. And that's why they're fighting against me. But the father's rights movement will not back down. All right. So what we see right here is we see the proof of the wickedness that goes on in the juvenile court. As I said, you can help me out. Go to Fighting for Fatherhood on Facebook. Fighting for Fatherhood on Instagram. Just fighting for fatherhood everywhere. And like I said, we're going to keep the fight going. This is your boy, Nathan Yahweh, Israel. All praises to the mighty Yahweh.